Here we go. Yes. Can you hear me?
And welcome everybody to Sunday afternoon futsal. It is the FCS Women's Division. And we have Shoreline City looking to get their first win of the season in their final game, but they're taking on an Olay side that have absolutely started brilliantly with their second goal right off of the top. And this Olay futsal side is really just putting the gears in full blast right now as we see all the space walking in and waiting on that far post for the tap in. And in less than a minute, we have a 2-goal lead here at the beautiful Reefs Puffer Arena. And Olay continue to press. And that time, a great stop made by the keeper. And it has been nothing but a shocker right off the top as Olay just laying it. And after yesterday's match, in which they lost to the undefeated and top-ranked Chicago House, Fabian Rodriguez and company really laying it on thick here and showing a statement of intent. The top 3 teams make the playoffs. The number 1 gets in with a bye to the championship. And Shoreline missing an opportunity to get back into this, and Olay quickly counter. And the shot wide left. And Olay with their speed and athleticism truly going to make the most of this 40 by 20 meter space. As Shoreline get a shot. And that goes wide left of the goal. The first opportunity of the match for Shoreline City. They've improved steadily throughout their inaugural FCS women's season. Still, again, yet to get their first points, and it's going to be tough coming against this Olay side. The only defeats Olay have faced have been against that formidable Chicago House team that was absolutely scintillating yesterday in their victory. And Olay now with possession in the traditional red and black. And Shoreline really needing to calm the nerves. Oh, they get a great ball and an opportunity. Oh, an open net miss. That would have absolutely got their wins back in the sails had they been able to put that in the back of the net. You wonder if these missed opportunities are going to cost them. And the FCS Women's Championship as Shoreline attack again, but not able to get the shot off. The FCS Women's Championship culminating on the weekend of March 28th in Lansing. And it'll be the big futsal festival of the United States in the beautiful baby blue and white court in Lansing as the FCS Men's, the FCS Women's, and the FCS Future. And we're back with Olay now pressing into Shoreline territory. And just exploiting the space, trying to find a gap to get another tap in. Shoreline avert disaster there. Going down 3-0 would have been truly difficult against this Olay side. We're notorious for putting constant pressure, a true trademark of the style of Fabian Rodriguez. And finding the pivot and a big shot and a huge save, preventing the third goal. And a couple of key stops early on. And Olay off the corner. Oh, a big giveaway. And another shot. Denied. And Olay will get another corner. They love the full-size FIFA International courts. And that shot taking a deflection off of the defender's leg for an inbounds pass. And easy inbounds. You see Shoreline are just trying to play a tight defensive box, but you cannot give space to this Olay futsal side. If you give them a little bit of space, they are going to take every single inch and capitalize and make you pay. And Shoreline finally break out.
Yes.
Again, easily intercepted is Olay. Ooh, that pass going. But unfortunately, the winger not surging to capitalize and get it. And we'll see Olay restart from their half. But again, all this open space, at least 4 or 5 meters between the defenders. And this highly potent offense that is Olay. A beautiful cross-court pass as they go with the fifth attacker. And Olay immediately know that they have all the space and time in the world. And they'll use this as a tune-up for the semifinal. They have already clinched a playoff spot. As we see a wide open far post player. And Shoreline just barely treading above water right now. Down 2-0 and just being relentlessly pressured by Olay. And the chip pass. We know this is going into the corner. And the third goal, just like that. And Olay taking advantage of all the space that Shoreline are leaving them. And a beautiful pass right into the center, making no mistake about it. And you can tell that this team is fired up. Coming off that big loss yesterday against Chicago. And they want to make a statement to everybody else in the league, and particularly to Chicago, that game was indeed a one-off, and they are coming for the title. Rodriguez only losing 2 matches in either men's or women's combined. Over 20-plus matches in the FCS, the most successful coach in the history of the league. And Olay again continuing to press. And this constant pressure just simply can't be stopped. As the keeper makes the save and opting for a quick transition throw. And Shoreline now with an inbounds and an opportunity to try and cut this deficit down to 2. They had that open net opportunity several minutes ago, but just couldn't put it on net. A beautiful layoff by the pivot. And falling down, but still retaining possession is Olay. And the shot going wide. This team is just absolutely loaded with talent, including Caitlin Wachowski and the Luna sisters, Zitlali and Leslie. If she gets enough minutes, Ashley Ladner, a big threat, such a speedy winger. And after making 24 saves yesterday in their loss, Fabian Rodriguez opting to rest Kaylee Sarnicola tonight and giving Amia Lake another chance. It's her 5th match in the FCS this year as they take a shot deflected off of the foot. And it'll be another corner for Olay. Amia Lake in her 4 games coming into this match with 1 win and 34 saves as we see a rocket of a shot from the right flank going through the goal area. And Lake has one of the best save percentages in the FCS women's, a .85 save percentage. Remarkable stuff from the young keeper. And that's booted by a 2.64 goals against. But even with great goaltending, it was really difficult to handle the Chicago House, who've just been scintillating. Another great performance yesterday by the Illinois-based club. Another remarkable performance by the league's top scorer, Mackenzie Rogers. It seems inevitable that she'll be on the U.S. women's national team. And it'll be a goalkeeper's throw. And the possession has pretty much so far been about 90 to 95% Olay. It's something you rarely see. Shoreline are athletically capable. It's just possession-wise, they just really are playing in a tight box. They're parking the bus. And that's the last strategy you want to use against this Olay side. A little bit more 1v1 coverage and high-tempo pressure will cause mistakes. And here's a chance for Shoreline. And coming back to stifle that attack is the defense. Those long-range efforts from about 9 meters out, it's going to be very difficult to beat a quality keeper like Lake. Shoreline again. Getting into Olay's zone. They'll have the inbounds with just slightly over 8 minutes left here in the first half on Sunday afternoon futsal here in the FCS, the final regular season game. And now Shoreline with the dead ball scenario from the corner. A goal here would really get them back into it. Oh, and she puts it right across the goal line. And a little sigh of relief from the Olay bench. They want to keep this clean sheet as they've been absolutely dominant so far. And the Grand Rapids-based club will get the inbounds into Shoreline territory. The long-range pass. Finding the pivot. But solid defensive effort by Shoreline to neutralize that as Olay will come off for a triple substitution. Girls certainly wanting to get their minutes in. And you're going to see a lot of rotations done. We'll see Svetlali Lula with her 10 points on the season, 9 goals. U.S. national team player looking to add more to that tally. It's a great defensive play by Shoreline on a 2v1. And not able to get it in front of goal. But they'll have another corner. And that'll go out for a goalkeeper's throw. And Shoreline just starting to wake up a little bit now. They're starting to really understand the best way to stop Olay is with pressure. Force them to make a mistake. Something they do not do often. Although yesterday, Chicago's high pressure forced them to make double digits in turnovers. We'll wonder how many minutes Wilkowski and Sydney Ryan get today. as we see the inbounds mistaken, and now it will go out for Shoreline. Got to make sure to keep that ball on the line. And a big breakaway by Olay. And she takes a collision, falls on this hard maple wood court here at Reith's Puffer Arena. If you've ever played futsal, that thing hurts when you fall on it. And Lake, under some pressure, opting to blast at the length of the court. Shoreline doing a little bit better in the last 2.5 minutes. Wondering if they can increase the pressure on Olay and find some open spots. They've had 3 opportunities today, including that one empty netter. And you have to think if that tap-in along the goal line about a minute ago had gone in, we might be seeing a different scoreline than 3-0 for Olay. The long-range effort easily handled by Lake. And a beautiful cross-court pass will now go to the top of that attack, and instead opting, she thought her pivot was going to go closer to the goal line, but smart anticipation by the keeper to neutralize that. And the goaltending duo of Carissa Cador and Caroline Huistra doing what they can. But it has been difficult for Shoreline this city. Loves their futsal. The men's team doing incredibly well this year. Looking to finish in the top 2 as we see the shot palmed over the bar. And Olay with the corner. Shoreline now pressing. The player in the goal crease will need to get in front of her defender in order to make something of this. And Lake having to get low and immediately counters with the throw. Can the breakaway happen? No. Great defensive play in order to prevent that breakaway from turning into a critical goal-scoring opportunity. And we see the pass missed, and Olay will take over with just under 4 minutes remaining here in the opening half of the final regular season game in the FCS Women's Division. And Chicago booking their ticket into the championship with that emphatic victory over Olay last night. But Olay really showcasing their talents here in Shoreline. And Olay, oh, beautiful move along the flank. 2 players open. And apparently running out of space. And it just seemed a little bit difficult to see Shoreline's 2 wingers not really coming back to help the defense. A little bit perplexing so far. There's positioning. A solid stop by the defense will just put it out of bounds. This is a sport where you are either hunting or you are the hunted. As we see the inbound shot by Luna going over the bar. And just 2.5 minutes remaining in the opening half. Can Shoreline get back into this? And Olay, a beautiful layoff and a fantastic goal. And it's 4-0 Olay. It's a great move to move her defender out. Quick pass with the roll of the back foot. And absolutely nothing the keeper was going to do about that. And Olay take a commanding 4-0 lead. Shoreline really was hoping to keep it to 3 into half. And we see another breakaway, and instead opting for the run was to take the long-range effort. A valiant attempt. Going back into their zone will be Olay. And they just can't take their foot off the pedal. We've rarely seen Olay have so much possession and freedom. It's like, it's not even a court. It's like they bought a ranch and they're just roaming wild like stallions across that Shoreline side of the court. And Rodriguez and company will be happy as we see the long-range effort from Lake, forcing the keeper to come back and palm it out for the corner. Mia Lake is a shark, and when she smells blood, she goes for it. This is close to double digits in corners for Olay. They'll get that one with just over a $1.50 remaining. Can they make it a 5th? Oh, great stop by the bottom left foot. And look at this pressure. Shoreline sitting on their heels. They're all in the goalkeeper's crease. You rarely see that happen. And they need to pressure Olay when they have the ball up top. They will not be able to neutralize this attack if they keep giving space. And it's more of Shoreliners shook, not scared. They are competitors. They are athletes. But giving all this space to Olay is just absolutely paralyzed them. That's the only way really to describe it. And it wouldn't surprise me if Amia Lake comes out as the 5th attacker just to really add that extra bit of hot sauce to this already spicy Olay dish. And Lake, as advertised, coming out, but opting instead to go back into the goal. And the pass not able to be handled. Olay will take over around center court. As the pivot spins around all the time in the world. Takes the shot. Didn't really line that one up the way she wanted. And that is going to set it. And just like that, coming off a big loss yesterday. Olay making a statement of intent. 4 goals in the first half. Brilliant performance by the Grand Rapids base side. They want to get to that championship in their home state. Again, that's March 28th in Lansing. And that'll be the men's, women's, and FCS futures. But for tonight, Olay want to close out with a victory. And they're doing everything they can. Going into halftime up 4-0. And we'll be back in less than 10 minutes for the final 20 minutes of the FCS women's regular season. Don't miss it. Grab yourself a hot snack. Grab yourself a cold drink. Come back and watch Olay take on Shoreline. We'll be back shortly.
Committing a crime so you can try to escape from prison. Bad idea. Going to the pod escape room to play an escape game with your friends. Great idea. Test your skill as an astronaut in outer space. Find Santa in Save Christmas. Or take a vacation to an abandoned island. Just don't get stuck there. The Pod Escape Room. Learn more at thepodlansing.com.
You're watching the Futsal Champions Series on FCS Live. You're watching the Futsal Champions Series on FCS Live.
Committing a crime so you can try to escape from prison. Bad idea. Going to the pod escape room to play an escape game with your friends. Great idea. Test your skill as an astronaut in outer space. Find Santa in Save Christmas. Or take a vacation to an abandoned island. Just don't get stuck there. The Pod Escape Room. Learn more at thepodlansing.com.
You're watching the Futsal Champions Series on FCS. You're watching the Futsal Champions Series on
Committing a crime so you can try to escape from prison. Bad idea. Going to the pod escape room to play an escape game with your friends. Great idea. Test your skill as an astronaut in outer space. Find Santa in Save Christmas. Or take a vacation to an abandoned island. Just don't get stuck there. The Pod Escape Room. Learn more at thepodlansing.com.
You're watching the Futsal Champions Series on FCS Live.
here in the Futsal Champions Series. It's the final women's game of the regular season. Chicago already clinching first. And Olay with a definitive first half performance in which they scored 4 goals on the press now. And Olay with a remarkable 33 shots in the opening half. And there's another one. Easily handled by the keeper. As we see Wilkowski making a run with her speed, putting it into the corner. Oh, the shot. Brilliant stop. Did it cross the line? No, it did not. It was an excellent save by Carissa Quador. She made 11 stops in the first half. And that one was the best one of the match on either side of the court. As we take another look. Wilkowski with the one-timer stopped by that left arm of Quador. And Olay again pressing forward. As we see Wilkowski cutting to the inside. Good to tell if she was trying to get the pass off or put a left-footed shot onto Quador. Wilkowski already with a goal and an assist on the campaign. Or I should say in this game. And then we see Lake distribute the ball. We anticipate we're going to see some more minutes from Hannah Landman of Shoreline, wearing the number 6 kit. Seems to be one of the more confident players, and a great ball that found the pivot but not able to handle it. And Olay will just kick it out as Shoreline now with an inbounds opportunity deep into Olay's half. And the ball right at the top of the crease, not able to handle it. And Olay will take over. And Olay calmly bringing the ball out. Super patient style. When they want to press, they do it. In the first half stat, only one shot on target. A 12% execution for Shoreline. They're going to certainly need to do a heck of a lot better than that. But they just need to get the ball out of their zone first. And we'll see if Sitlali Luna can add to her tally. 1 goal and 1 assist in the half is Olay's number 13. She's been great all season long. And we see at the bottom of the screen, America Lemus. And the shot blocked by the keeper, or by the defender in that circumstance. A Shoreline will now wait and open up some space, see what they can do. String together a series of passes. It was difficult for them in the opening half to do so under the high-pressure circumstances that Olay give out. And this is the kind of pressure Shoreline need. As we see Medina Hindich. Mukowski again. Just not controlling it the way she normally does as the inbounds from Shoreline. Hannah Landman back into the match. She looked good in the opening 2 minutes. And make sure you keep an eye on number 13, Sitlali Luna. 8 shots in the first half, scoring 1, assisting on the other. She's one of the top players in the league, alongside her sister Leslie. Where's the number 10? And we see a little bit of a loose shot, easily handled by Cador. And Shoreline now with a critical chance. And the wrong pass was made. They had a surging winger wide open on the left, but opting to go to the right instead. And it's just been that kind of a game for Shoreline. As Olay with plenty of space and a key opportunity, and just not able to put it in the back of the net. Oh, and that ball taking a ricochet off the post. Cador had tried to clear it off of the line. It hit the pivot and then hit the post. And Cador has 13 saves in this game so far. I can hardly blame her for most of the goals that have gone in, as the defense, quite frankly, has left her out to dry. And it's really all just been, again, a lack of defensive pressure. They're just letting Olay walk into their side of the court and dominate and have the space and the ability to make the passes, open up the lanes. In an attempt for that far post, not hitting her intended player. We see Caitlin Krulik coming in for Shoreline. Stripped of the ball as Olay penetrate 2 surging players. Oh, what a great stop by Cador to come out and prevent that 2-on-0. And that surely would have been a goal if it wasn't for the efforts of Carissa Cador. Doing everything she can. As the referee making the signal over to Trisha Bender for the inbounds, wearing the number 10 in white at the bottom of your screen. And Olay, again with the pressure, but going off the heel. They'll have the inbounds as we see them make a substitution. And coming in now will be Nathalia Diaz, wearing the number 7 in red. Diaz getting 3 shots, 1 on target in the opening half. Diaz with a nice little pass, trying to get the return, but it was intercepted by Shoreline, who will take a moment to set their positioning, see if they can get into Olay territory and try to make something. And Bianca Bobadilla opting to give it back to Cador. And it's a valiant attempt by Bender to hold on to position. And the shot almost fooling Lake, but Lake recovering just in time to prevent Shoreline from getting the opening goal. On a great cross-court pass. Oh, a big-time stop by Cador that palms it and it hits the crossbar and goes out of bounds. And the referee signaling for a rolling accumulative foul. And that will go against Shoreline. And that shot missing wide of the mark. It's been a very tame game in terms of the physicality. We saw yesterday what Olay's men's were like. They fouled out in both halves. Over here, not many fouls for the refs to call. And if you are new to futsal, if you're a young girl or young woman or young man watching, you get 5 fouls per half, with each subsequent foul resulting in an unopposed 10-meter PK against the keeper. It really does result in a much more technically sound game and an enjoyable game, as opposed to the big bruising defending style sometimes you see the less skillful players employ. It's what makes futsal so great. The long-range effort not getting to the pivot. And no idea what the defender was thinking with that pass. Absolutely nobody near the bottom corner near Olay's side of the court. And Olay now looking to get their movements in. Cutting it to the top of the crease, opening the space. And the red and black rotating well. Taking a deflection off of a Shoreline defender, and it'll be a corner for Olay. And the shot, it was a hard one, but off target. As Cador will roll the ball out. And the giveaway now sees a wide open player, and making no mistake about it whatsoever, Olay scoring their 5th of the match. And that was easy work. As the defensive giveaway, a nice layoff. And solid work by Wilkowski getting it down low. And no mistake about it. Getting her third assist of the game is Sydney Ryan. It was a beautiful roll-off. And Olay with an absolutely commanding 5-0 lead, just past the halfway point here in the second half. And Olay are not going to stop at 5, as we see a collision there, and an accumulated foul is going to go against Sydney Ryan. 1 goal, 3 assists. She's been sensational tonight. Oh, and the shot tipped over the bar by Lake. And Shoreline now with a chance from a dead ball scenario at the corner to see what they can do. And Olay instead will now counter out. Taking the shot, they found Kador way off her line and were trying to catch her off of it, but Kador has made some great saves, but been unstoppable. On the Olay side is Caitlin Wilkowski. 12 shots in the game, 7 on target. She has 1 goal and 1 assist. A great job for the Olay number 11. She's worked oh so well with Sydney Ryan. And of course, Sitlali Luna with her 2 goals. Those 3 have been real great tonight. The Luna sisters combining for 3 goals and an assist on the evening. And they'll see what they can do with the inbounds here. Shot from inbounds hitting the defender. And lurking down low is Sitlali Luna. Oh, great ball movement. Opting for the left shot. It was a little bit weak and easily handled by the Shoreline defense. But they're not able to get that first pass out of their zone. It was way ahead of Brianda Soto. And a timeout called by Olay with 9:14 remaining in the match. Olay going to give a breather, and I think head coach Fabian Rodriguez is really going to sit and try some new things that they maybe didn't execute so well in their loss last night to Chicago. And one thing's for sure is when you need to make adjustments on the court, you know that you need to make them in your business. And in your business, at your organization, if you need to take it up just a little bit, you got to get your marketing on target. And there's only one group you need to call in that case, and that is Ally Marketing. Ally Marketing will help with all of your marketing business needs. They are the official sponsor and supporter of futsal here in the FCS and the United States of America. Ally Marketing, let's be friends. And we're sitting with 9:14 on the clock. The timeout called by Olay. Wondering how many different players they might consider giving more minutes to. I mean, Sydney Ryan already with 4 points, having a sensational game, as is Sitlali Luna. And of course, we talked about Wilkowski eating up a lot of minutes. I'm wondering if we're going to see some more minutes from America Lamas or Aubrey Fanisi. Natalia Diaz has had a couple of attempts when they put her in. We didn't mention Leslie Luna with her 6 shots, 2 of which are on target. And And again, Shoreline not able to get those passes down to the wing. Oh, and a great pass in the center. And Luda was just waiting to capitalize on it. Oh, that was a sweet little move. She got through her defender, but then rolled the ball with the bottom of her foot through the legs of her defender, and it found her intended target on the left. That was absolutely beautiful stuff. And they got that street soccer Joga Benito vibe there, courtesy of Olay. That's exactly what you want to see in this sport. It was a topic of conversation, a real hot one this week, when six-time World Player of the Year Ricardinho came out and he was criticizing the current state of futsal, particularly the use of the attacking keeper, as he was stating that a lot of keepers were coming out early on and it's really stifled the creativity in 1v1 situations. Everybody from around the world of futsal getting their input as well. As the shot goes wide left of the market. I mean, if you want your say on how futsal has gone in the last few years, I mean, it is the fastest growing sport on the planet, but the tactics and the progressive play, got to make sure you check out the FCS YouTube channel and leave your comments in there. Maybe even bring it up on the third half, which is the official show of the FCS. That's every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central Time. You know where to find it. You're watching the games already on the FCS YouTube. And that's Thursday, 8 p.m. the third half for everything you need on the FCS. A great futsal magazine show, the best in the United States. And of course, we're all the stats, schedule, standings. Oh, clear giveaway out there and missing, hitting off the crossbar. That was a point-blank opportunity for Olay. And another critical mistake by Shoreline almost cost them. Oh, another shot. Big-time stop. Oh, the second one off the crossbar. And you have to tip your hat to Carissa Cador. If it wasn't for her, this game would be 10-0 by now. And her imaginary friends, the goalpost and crossbar coming up clutch for her as well. So we see that first save, point blank, double palm, and the rebound hitting the corner of the bars. Certainly the lone bright spot tonight so far for Shoreline is Carissa Cador's play and goal. So far with 14 stops. Oh, great turn. It's a solid effort by Trisha Bender over there. And Cador looking for a pivot. Bit of a lazy back heel turn as Olay take advantage on the counter, and the shot again stopped by Cador. In a 1v1 situation, seeing what Riley Camp can do. And a low shot from center court, causing no issues whatsoever for Sar Nicola, who comes into the match after a solid performance by Amia Lake. Bobadilla controlling, getting the left-footed shot, but not where it needed. It took a deflection, and Shoreline now with a chance from the corner kick. But there's really no pressure. Finally, someone going into the goal area looking for a header. And that appeared to be Camp. And Shoreline have just rarely utilized all four outcourt players to penetrate Olay when they've had possession from these dead ball scenarios. And they've had a few of them. As we see Wachowski trying to get the pass, but neutralized by Bender. Fired shot. And a giveaway. You can't be giving away the ball like that to Olay in that part of the court, especially as we see Leslie Luna opting for the shot, and now we'll get the corner for the red and black. Oh, and a beautiful goal off the dead ball scenario. And excellent stuff by Olay as they get their 6th. And we see the inbounds from who else? Sydney Ryan. And she finds Leslie Luna, who gets her 2nd of the match. Sydney Ryan with 4 assists tonight from the 6 goals Olay have scored. Sydney Ryan absolutely having an outstanding match tonight. And she gets another pass off as Olay continue their attack. Oh, brilliant stuff. You could just imagine how beautiful that would have been with the finish. They get another opportunity. And that ricocheting off. And now another corner for Olay. And certainly making a case for woman of the match, Sydney Ryan. 1 goal, 4 assists. Involved in every single goal except one. And just great stuff overall from Olay tonight. Again, the Luna sisters, Leslie and Sitlali, scoring 5 goals between them. That's half of the Olay total. Great stop by Carissa Cador. As the horn sounds, and that is the end of the match, as Olay Futsal Club, with a definitive and decisive 10-0 victory over a Shoreline City FC that end their season winless at 0-6. Valiant attempt by goalkeeper Carissa Cador. Cannot talk about the effort. She made 19 saves tonight. An occasional decent play by Riley Camp, who was pressuring. That was another bright spot over for Shoreline. But it was really just definitive play by Olay that just dominated. Sitlali Luna with the hat trick. Her sister Leslie with a pair. Caitlin Wachowski had a fantastic match with 1 goal, 1 assist. And Nathalia Diaz with a banger of a goal just a couple of moments earlier. That was the goal of the match, up into the top corner. But the player of the match undoubtedly has to go to Sydney Ryan, the number 6 for Olay. 2 goals, 4 assists. An absolute team player. Every one of her passes was just on point. And sharing the shutout is Amia Lake and Kaylee Sarnicola. Sarnicola coming into the match in the second half and getting a goal and an assist. And you see Fabian Rodriguez giving the post-match speech to his girls. And he can certainly be proud of their efforts tonight, as they get the 10-0 victory over Shoreline. And it's going to be a great playoffs, as the top 3 make it. And Chicago have already clinched their spot in the championship. And you just know that Fabian Rodriguez and his girls want to get revenge from those 2 losses they faced to Chicago, including last night's loss. But boy, did they rebound tonight in style. And the final regular season game is on the wrap. Chicago clinching first place. And the Pod Escape Room player of the match. I love the Pod Escape Room. And the award going to Sydney Ryan. No mistake about it. 2 goals, 4 assists. She was an absolute force from start to finish. And that now clinches second place for Olay Futsal Club, who will face Lansing City Futsal. Oh, a Michigan derby. You can't get any better than that. And the winner of Olay versus Lansing will face Chicago House on championship weekend. And that's the weekend of March 28th in Lansing, Michigan, at that beautiful baby blue and white official 40x20 FIFA size court. It is going to be phenomenal futsal, a festival, if you will. The FCS Women's Championship, the FCS Men's Championship, and of course the FCS Futures, all in one weekend, all under one roof. If you can drive down to Lansing, you got to get there. You're going to have some of the best futsal you will see in the United States, and it's going to be fantastic. I'll be there. The whole production team will be there, and of course, the real best in futsal will be there. That's the weekend of March 28th, but in order to get there, Olay are going to have to go through Lansing City. They had success against them earlier this season, but the ball is round. Anything can happen, and that's it.
Committing a crime so you can try to escape from prison. Bad idea. Go into the pod escape room to play an escape game with your friends. Great idea. Test your skill as an astronaut in outer space. Find Santa in Save Christmas. Or take a vacation to an abandoned island. Just don't get stuck there. The Pod Escape Room. Learn more at thepodlansing.com.
You're watching the Futsal Champions Series on FCS Live.